All right, y'all. Well, I just want to give you a apology up front. Unfortunately, we are a little bit past Nerd's bedtime, so he's a little unhappy to be here, but we're going to go through with it. We did make sure that he had at least a little bit of uplifting and there he goes. He's asleep. So never mind. We're going to go ahead and roll through this without him. Paranoid. I'm going to need some help here.
Got you, dog.
Take her away. All right, dude.
Let's go.
Well, we have Alebrije. I don't know how many times you've been on now, dude. It's been a handful of times now.
Yeah, definitely a handful. But I'm happy to be back as always.
Yeah, dude. I always love having you on here, getting to talk with you. It's always a pleasure. But we have a new face. And for anybody that listens to us, I'm sure you've at least heard us talk about him. But we have the Pepper.
My biological father.
I am not your father.
Sam Sahouse. How
What's
you
up?
doing, brother?
I'm doing awesome, man. I think it's going to get a little spicy talk in here, so I just want to...
Oh, there we go.
Let's just bridge the gap. Thank you so much for having me on, guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, man. And actually, that shirt you're wearing right there, I am drinking some of the coffee from when we just met up over in Chicago. Finally
was it any good? I did not get a bag, so I don't know if it's good.
No, it's wonderful, man. Okay. It is. I'll tell you, I will claim. I'm not going to claim to be a big coffee nerd or anything. It's all coffee's coffee, really. But I know when I'm having a good cup of coffee, and I really enjoy it. And I've got it in little French press here, and of course in my Alebrije coffee mug that I got from the Chicago pop-up. So yeah, brother, it was awesome to finally meet you out there. You had quite the setup, dude. For anybody who doesn't know who you are, who is Sam Sahouse?
Sam Sahouse. Appreciate it, man. Oh, thanks again. Great warm welcome. Chicago was a blast to run into every single one of you guys. And I just got to say, I always think about people. I listen to the podcast. I literally brought a USA colored Swedish fish for my boy Paranoid. I brought some a cocaine energy drink for the grateful, and I just brought a whole bunch of babbling like death metal knowledge for NerdGrows, and I kind of weirded out a bunch of people at the podcast. I understand it was a little heavy, but it was great. But yeah,
not everyone's ready for cock and ball torture.
I've been a professional chef for over 18 years. Been doing hot sauce as in Sam's house for over 5 years. Been doing it for almost like 3.5+ years full time. Like this is my whole gig, but I do small batch, premium hot sauce, emphasis on flavor, balance, always still with the, a good amount of heat when needed, but nothing's hot to be hot. I always say, I'm a pretty selfish guy and I make the best hot sauce on the market for me. And that's all I try to do. And if you guys dig it, hey, I'm stoked. But in that sense, I'm very successful because I still love what I do, man, and use the stuff every day.
Hell yeah! I actually had some of your hot sauce today as well.
I was gonna say, did you tell them about the pizza incident?
No, I didn't hear about that. Oh yeah. Oh, when I was over your house,
you were there. Yeah.
So I've had a handful of your hot sauces now, and when I was over there to have some pizza, hung out with him, and it's like, what do you got from Sam? And he's like, well, I got the one drop. He's like, that's the hot one. It's like, be careful. And I was like, just ignorant about it. I was like, I don't know. So I just went and I just poured it out like that right over my pizza, and he looks at me. He's like, "Oh, really?"
I was gonna put like 2 drops on his plate, but he just sauced the whole pizza.
No idea. And then looking at his concern, I was like, "Uh-oh, I just fucked up." So I took my pieces of pizza and I smushed them together, started rubbing them. Yeah. And I was like, "All right, we're gonna have to make this last a little bit more." So
sound like my mom's thighs were trying to start a fire.
Was it did it get you where you wanted to be?
I was sweating.
Okay. It elevated you to
it.
Good. Kept you higher.
It definitely my brain was definitely not working during that dinner time. I was definitely I was out in La La Land. So yeah, that sauce was definitely hot. So yeah, I actually had some of the Blue Zormiga, the bottle that I got from you at the pop-up, And yeah, that's my second bottle I'm working on, and I love it.
I was a little Santa sauce that day. I know Alebrije, I don't think he knew that I had a couple extra bottles squirreled away. And when I rolled it, I'm just like, hey, big dog, here you go. And I know there was a couple other people there just raving about how good it was. And some of them weren't labeled. And I just like go up to them, just like, take this. And they're like, what is it? I'm just like, shh, just take it. Just shut the fuck up.
He was all like,
just go. And they'll go, oh, they know.
Yep.
And people that haven't had it, I'm glad I didn't get you one, because then you would have known what you've missed. And I feel like if you're going to do it once, you got to do it twice. Otherwise, like, not at all. Am I right?
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yep, absolutely.
But no, it's literally a huge shout out just to Alebrije in general. He's the one that really bridged our communities.
Yeah.
So any involvement I have in this community, or just valued feedback from your community alone, honestly, there's a lot of thanks to that guy. So I think we're gonna be having some spicy talk. But yeah, dude, we love this guy.
We definitely have some fun talk. Of course, we are here for Alebrije to kind of talk about what we've got coming up. There is a drop, and we're gonna get into it. But I kind of want to just touch base with everybody and just kind of open everything up, just kind of see how everybody's doing. And we'll just start from the corner over there. Paranoid, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right.
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate these roundabouts that I always do, and I always fall short, looking awkward as fuck. But I'm going to continue with them because I enjoy it. Nerd, don't fuck me up here. Come on, dude.
I've been doing good. I just harvested, so everything's good. I got my stash back. It's nice.
Okay.
How many peppers for this time around?
Peppers? Like an eighth? No.
Yeah, you keep fucking up, and every time I get I post something with a plant picture, Sam chimes in with still no peppers, big dog. And I'm trying, brother. I am trying. It is what it is, but
I grew a lot of peppers, but they've been harvested.
Yeah. I've actually got a few peppers still out there, and I should have gathered them a long time ago, but it is what it is.
Tomorrow is going to be my biggest harvest yet. Got so many. Of course, like I needed to send some peppers to Sam like 2 weeks ago, and it was like a pretty average harvest. And like everything is like ready now. If only we had delayed another couple weeks. But
it's just the captain's cupboard. I see how it is.
Yeah, it'll be for my own personal sauce, so it's fine.
What's it gonna be called? Like hangry habanero? So it's gotta be something alliterative since Alebrije.
I love it. They're mostly ají limon, so something limon.
Okay.
That mango one you did last year was awesome. It was just like nice, easy, subtle. I still got a tiny bit in the fridge, and it's like the only one that I've been kind of savoring. I don't savor myself. I sauce heavy, but with that little bottle, I'm like, it's a little bit.
I've got to come up with something amazing just so Nerd does another sweet commercial promo for it.
Yeah, he always does the best, actually. And just released today, the artwork for the Griswold strain that you're putting out, the holiday one. You want to talk about that? I figure, like, fuck it, we'll just get into it.
Sorry, we took over the.
It's all good. It's always a shit segment. I don't know why I keep up with it. They always leave me hanging. And
well, you were coming my way next anyway, and I happen to be puffing on Griswold Family Tree at the moment.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's Gamma cheese from Hummingbird crossed with my Tangy, and it's classic Tangy structure. Gets really big, nice classic OG Christmas style, Christmas tree style. So that's where the name originally spawned from. It's just another one that gets huge. So I always try to think of something that's sort of a holiday themed name for these little freebies that we do at our holiday time drops.
Yeah.
And yeah, the size of the tree immediately just made me think of the Griswold family Christmas tree. And it also has it's very like sweet, fruity baked goods. It reminded me of like fruitcake, a holiday fruitcake. And then it has some gas in the back. So yeah. And So I had attempted to make my own little graphic to make a sticker to come with it this year, which I haven't done in the past. But this one just had some fun potential, and it looked terrible. I did it on Canva myself, and it was like not gonna cut it. And it was like right around the time when I heard y'all talking about how Nerd had come up with that Paranoid album cover. What was it?
The Paranoid Country.
Paranoid Country. Yeah. And I was just thinking like, Nerd like whipped that up while he was just like standing there talking to G3. Like he could probably do this in a flash. So I immediately reached out, and instead Nerd decided he wanted to like draw the whole thing and teach himself.
I didn't decide. I ran into the same problem you ran where I couldn't find something where the composite image looked good, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
It was either like you couldn't find a good picture of the station wagon, or if you did, the windows were up, or there's something you couldn't fit the characters in it correctly. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll just draw it.
Well, I'm glad you did, because it turned out way better than anything that was out there or anything that I could have ever done in a million years. So I got some awesome stickers made of it. Sent some to Nerd yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, that was my first time like making a full art piece in Adobe Illustrator too. Well, that was cool.
Looked amazing. Chef's kiss.
He's a talented motherfucker. I'll tell you that.
It was brilliant. So we always do a free, like the holidays when we always do most of our merch. So this year the wife made some graffiti ashtrays. I think there's like 18 of those. And then we collabed with Ganik. Really, Ganik's wife, I think, does most of the tie dyeing. I don't know if y'all got to meet her at the pop-up. Yep. She's freaking awesome. But so she did. It's just like a black bold Alebrije stealth logo. It doesn't say Alebrije Genetics. But then she did a bunch of different tie-dye designs on them.
I'm excited for those, man. Is that when you drop those? Because I know like a lot of your stuff. Say it's not like you just go into that one section. You just press. I want that one. Is it going to be individual up there? So you're going to get snatched if someone likes that.
This drop is going to be crazy because there's like a lot of different stuff going on, and every single item is like a one of a kind, handmade by an artist. So it's like there aren't repeats of anything. So it is kind of weird how we always have to list it. So probably there'll be, probably the t-shirts will be done by size. There'll be all the extra larges and mediums will each be a separate button. Again, this may change. I'll have to see what it looks like when I get it all set up. But
sure.
And then like within that, I would have a photo of it, and then you would know like when you select, it'll have like either a letter or left to right or some way you'll know which one specifically that you're getting. Yeah.
Can we put you like a custom order individually so you have, Sam's icon, Nerd's icon. So we just click and it's everything we want in one button.
Yeah, right.
Pre-made cards.
Well, feed all these ideas to Nerd because my website's coming down in January and Nerd is making me a new one. Not yet, but maybe next year we can figure something like that out.
Hell yeah.
It won't even matter. I'll have back-end access.
I didn't even order this shit, and it just shows up. It's like, thanks.
The inventory's to 5 yesterday. I don't know.
That is the one thing that I do enjoy with an Alebrije drop, though, is there's definitely a rush to it. Everybody's always in the Discord, right? Like you give a heads up over there when everything's getting ready to drop. And then throughout the whole day, everybody's getting all psyched, right? Like, today's the day. And then you can see everybody kind of getting excited. But yeah, it's definitely like a exciting and anxious thing when you have a drop, because when there's limited quantities on things, and especially like with the pottery and stuff like that, you've got to be quick or you're just kind of SOL. Like that's it.
And yeah, unfortunately, like the way we do it with these individual ones is like what will inevitably happen every year is someone will get that mug that they want in their shopping cart, go get the other couple things they want. They think everything's cool. They're checking out, and then they get checked out and the mug got pulled because someone else had already checked out faster with that one. So yeah, that's an unfortunate part of our site. Maybe that's something Nerd can fix is cart robbing, but
anti-theft cart robbing.
Yeah,
I think everybody would love you, Nerd, if you could figure that out.
For real.
I probably could. I can't remember what drop it was, but it was like 4 minutes before the drop, and I was smoking a joint in the garage. And then I got high and just went and started mowing the lawn. And I got like 2 rows into mowing the lawn. I was like, ah! And then I ran back into the garage and everything was gone.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
I've missed a few drops myself, mainly just because of work. Like the time I get off of work, I'm running out to my truck and everything's already gone.
You just got to schedule a potty break right at that time.
Yeah, right.
I have heard a lot of potty breaks. I've heard people pulling over on the side of the road.
Exactly what I do. I call my wife. I'll call my wife and be like, look, I'm going for this, you go for that. And it's like, I know exactly, like if I'm in between jobs, it's like I'm pulling on the side of the road and I'm sitting there and waiting.
Couple duos, that's a classic technique. Yep. See that often.
So we mentioned that we have the pottery, and so for anybody that is watching, it's a little bit different than what the normal pottery that she's put out. And you said ashtrays. This is the first time that ashtrays are going to be released, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So it's going to be super awesome. You had them at the first pop-up drop, and then you had some at the second pop-up drop. But they look something along the lines like this, right? I mean, definitely a little bit different. So if you already have some Alebrije pottery gear, it's just a wee bit different this time around.
It is. Yeah, she's been going on her
ashtray.
She's been going on her pottery journey for a while, my wife, and she, was using some classic like commercial glazes for a long time, and has just in the last year or so gotten a lot more, maybe 2 years, gotten a lot more comfortable, kind of like doing her own art on her pottery, and all the graffiti was inspired by our trip to Greece this year. We just saw a ton of cool graffiti, and she was really feeling it. And that's where she had the idea. She was like, I'm going to do mugs when we come back for Chicago. And then after she did the first one, she loved it. And was like, okay, we're doing more. We're doing ashtrays. And I'm like, okay, sweet. I'd been asking for the ashtrays for a while, but she had never tried it with that kind of like the big, thick, holder for the joint. She'd always put like just a little small divot, and the joint never really sat in there very well. And I was like, that's not right. Like, make those big. I don't know if you've ever seen Seth Rogen, like, does pottery and like these ashtrays. And that's what I always call it, is like the Seth Rogen style. I was like, make it with the Seth Rogen style holder.
I almost said that like 3 minutes ago, but didn't want to insult you.
No, that's totally where I think he inspired a lot of people with that, honestly. Like, I've seen that a lot more in the years following him getting into pottery and things. But yeah, it's like you can have like the tiniest little last inch of your joint, and
I mean, we gotta work on the firewall, Nerd. That was too easy, bud. Anyways, Gannick here. I'm going to interrupt the important conversation y'all are having by saying, on November the 5th, on the Best Coast time, Alebrije Genetics is dropping around 30 exclusive tie-dye t-shirts we collaborated on. Each one has its own unique touch to it, dyed in the vibrant signature colors of Alebrije. Mrs. Gannick only made 3 ice-dyed t-shirts that are truly one of a kind, so be quick and ready. Also remember, holiday season is right around the corner, so remember, kindness is contagious. Be sure to spread it. Peace, y'all.
She finally had like made a good prototype and was like, yeah, let's go with that.
I am so glad she's finally making them. That is one thing that I've really been needing in my life, was a Alebrije ashtray for sure. So I'll be doing my best to get on that. Then the other thing too is that, I was bugging you guys, like that the proxy pipe that she made is so awesome.
She needs to
great work.
She's got, the thing is, like, she has so many things that she wants to make for herself that I'm always like, I'm trying to get my stuff in there. But I'm like, hey, make me one of these, make one of those, we need this for the house. But then she has a million things she wants to make for herself and for her own pottery sales. So I get lucky when I can get her to do something.
No, I definitely understand that. That is the struggle that I had with my mom. It was always, she's gotta do it for her business. And I totally understand that. But it was like, hey, Ma, what about this? Like, check this out. Just make me one of them. Or hey,
Right.
my friends need something to,
Well,
So-
on that note, so Chicago was your mom's last plant marker for us. My wife wanted to do something for the Sunny Tibawawa drop. So we were always kind of intimidated by all the details and colors and everything your mom put in. It was like, okay, that might be a bit much, like 112 pieces. So she just did a simple like red clay. We got Mighty Mike over in the Discord made a sweet little 3D stamp of Charles Bukowski did the Sonny Tibawawa artwork. So
shout out to both of them.
Shout out to both of those guys. Yeah, very community oriented, our brand, as you can tell. Like everybody, it's all local community people contributing to.
I got something to say about Mighty Mike.
Please.
About that. I went to Mighty Mike's house a few weeks ago, and he was telling me about the cookie maker.
Yeah.
So he made those cookie makers, right?
The cookie cutters, yeah.
Yeah, the cookie cutters, right? Yeah. So he showed me that he made like 5 or 6 different designs. Like he 3D printed them, and he was bringing all these out and laying them all out for me.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he sent us all the prototypes, and we made cookies with all of them. And they were all awesome, but the one that turned out just like the easiest to use that we thought, your general person would have the easiest time was just like the outline of our logo.
Right.
So that's what he made for the Chicago pop-up. Mighty Mike has been doing a lot of 3D printing for me. He also printed the stencils I've been using on the spray paint on the boxes.
Oh, okay.
And he also, just today, he printed me a bunch of hangers for my AC Infinity inline fans. And they all just arrived today. And
now, was he the one that did from out in California? Remember the spray paint one?
That was Bubba's Bud, who's over on Instagram. Like I don't think he does Instagram much anymore. I haven't seen him in a while or chatted with him in a while, but he did all the original like stencils and things. He also did some breeding work, and we had a collab, which was the Piney Pirata that was like the cultivation conversation Patreon giveaway years ago. Yeah. Shout out to Bubba's Bud if you're out there. Okay. But no, this was Mighty Mike, and another thing, it's his birthday this week, so happy birthday, Mike!
Happy birthday, sir!
Happy birthday!
That's awesome.
Yeah. So again, more community help. It's been really great.
So that's great. So we were saying that.
So he made
the print
did the print of the Sunny Tibawawa like artwork, and she made little ornaments. So it's still some type of, you can either just use it as a little plant totem, or you can hang it from your plant, or you can hang it from your Christmas tree.
Both.
Or both. Yeah, you can rock the Sunny Tibawawa all season long.
Now, is that going to be sold on its own? Is that coming with the pack?
No, that's coming in the pack. Yeah, just like your mom's plant markers. It's just to replace that.
So I don't have to fight anybody for that.
Nah, it's coming in every pack.
Cool. That's awesome. And as usual, the rest of the stuff that comes in the pack is the pin, the seeds.
Got 2 freebies. So Sunny Tibawawa, we haven't even dove in really, is Tangy Rainbows was the pollen donor, the F3, and it was High Strangeness F5 from Ronin Gardens was the mom. And it was a beautiful classic sativa style structure, super piney. And it had some Oaxacan genetics in it, which really caught my interest. Oaxaca is my favorite state in Mexico. It's such a foodie place, beautiful beaches. I've been there 4 or 5 times and really, really love it. And so, it just intrigued me. I'm always looking for some interesting Mexican landrace genetics. But the cool part is like he had already converted it and done 5 generations as an autoflower.
Wow.
And it has a lot of other things. It's not like a pure Oaxacan landrace or anything. It had Romulan and some Chem Dog or something, I believe. but it all crossed in with this Oaxacan. And I really felt like a lot of the Oaxacan traits kind of came out, or what you would expect. Very, very classic old school kind of sativa sort of stuff. And it brought a lot of that to the Tangy Rainbows, but the Tangy Rainbows brought out a lot more fruity notes and just gave it some gas and complexity and some really just nice resin qualities. But they mashed up in these unique plants. It's just got such a complex profile, and they're super, super stress resistant. They're great outdoors. They're great mold resistant. You and I have both grown them outdoors in extreme humidity. And no mold. So that's where the part of the Sunny came from, is just that it's a good daytime use strain, but also that, it can totally be a good outdoors one grown out under the sun.
Yeah. So with mine, I ended up growing it indoor most of its life, right? And I was getting ready to shut down my grow, and I was like, well, I've just got to shut it down. And they were big donker. I mean, they were like baby arm, just colas. And I did at least. I really wish that I had saved more of these spears that I had, but I did at least I still have some nice big nugs, and these weren't even like the tops, to be honest with you.
Nice.
And they are just big, huge, dense nugs. And that's what I get. I get pine and just like this really sharp smell. I think I've heard some folks say that it's almost like what was that?
There's been some good names out, or what people have said. I've heard Badger said it smelled like baby shampoo.
Okay.
I think G3 and Captain said it smelled like ice cream cones.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't know where they're getting it. I tried, but I don't know.
Enda says super gassy. Ganic said lemon lime. Yeah. I've gotten like Welch's cran grape juice, so it's, but again, I've gotten all of these notes in minor, in background essences, and it really has that's what I meant by complex, is it doesn't really fall into one little category.
Yeah.
But it's been a really fun one. The effects are great. It's super uplifting, anti-anxiety, good focus all around. If it's kind of been harvested on the earlier end, or you're kind of more lower dose. But when it's Ganic, I don't know if you guys got to try it at the pop-up, but Ganic pushed one, over 100 days. I think it was like 105 or 110 or something. Yeah. And oh man, it was a knockout. Yeah, it was awesome. It was great. But yeah, so it has a range there too. So definitely I would consider it. It's a true F1 hybrid.
So now this one really, we've been following you for a while, and I think this is really the first one where you're kind of like, this does well outdoors, right?
Yeah.
And like I was saying, for me, being in the Northeast, and in the time that I put it outside there, I was surprised that I didn't get especially with how thick they were, that it wasn't just bud rot ridden by the time I put it out there. And I at that point I was drying in the herbs now, so I could only harvest it in sections, and it ended up filling the 8 trays twice. I never actually ended up weighing it, but it was a lot, and it was jammed in there. Actually, Paranoid, you helped me trim up that last section when you were up here.
That's right.
I know that you've enjoyed it as well with me, and we got to trim it together. And she was a chunky plant from what I recall when we were sitting there trimming the lowers.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. I will say that that Sunny tea, the smell that I got off of it was the tiki torch fluid.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was drawing a blank.
Yeah, it's tiki torch fluid. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta add that to the description. I've been adding some of these unusual ones to the description, and because it really does. Like, these are some notes I've never heard anyone say baby shampoo or tiki torch fluid before on any strain. So that's just
both made by Johnson & Johnson.
Bastards. Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually funny when we were out at the pop-up, and I had all those rosin jars that I had with me. And Badger was sitting there, and I gave a lot to him. I said, smell them, see which one you like, and pick the one you want. and he went and smelled through every single one, and that was what he went for. That caught his nose. He was like, this thing stinks out of all of them the most. He grabbed it, and as far as I know, he's been enjoying it. I hear from him every once in a while saying that he loves it. So
wow,
allegedly, it's extremely noticeable. Somebody had it at the pop-up, and allegedly I was familiar with this, and it was hilarious because I was peddling my wares. Sorry for the interruption.
Please do.
And I'm just like, buddy, that like reeks like Sunny Tea. And someone's like, oh yeah, that is. I'm just like, wow. I'm like, I didn't think I would have that sense, but I'm just like, I could pick it out of a room, and it was allegedly, but yeah, it was quite enjoyable.
What do you guys call this? A pop-up?
Yeah. Interesting. You boys want some sauce?
So yeah, I normally don't mention or the outdoor thing. I don't want to say anything that I haven't actually done myself. So I too grew some Sunny Tea outdoors, and it was like full on rain in their last 2 weeks. And it was out at the other property, and it's about 30 minutes away. So I don't check on them every day. And when it's raining, I definitely don't check on them. They're watered. I don't have to worry about it. If they get mold, they get mold. There's nothing. I'm not going to deal with it. I've got plenty of herb around.
Sure.
But yeah, not a speck of mold, and several other plants in the same little neck of the woods. Yeah, we're totally trash. So yeah, that got me super excited about it, and yeah, definitely wanted to promote it as an outdoor strain. And it wasn't just one. There was 4 of those out there, so it wasn't just an anomaly or anything.
Yeah, it wasn't like you had one and you're like, oh, okay, yep, this is good for outdoors. I mean, and for our different climates, and it still did the same thing. I think it's definitely something that'll be awesome to see more folks growing, especially autoflowers outdoors and stuff that is able to deal with that, because people like us that are in those climates that just aren't always great for growing outdoors, whether it be the season short or it's super hot and wet, to have something that you can throw out there is going to be awesome. And that gets to a good size like it does. I mean, it was a monster. They get larger plants.
They get huge, and they get big old, forearm size, bud. They're chonkers, for sure. But one of the coolest parts just about the Oaxacan genetics we were mentioning is how that opened up the door. I'm a former chef for many years and beverage developer and whatnot. And so it really opens up my foodie side. And so I was like, okay, we talked about the Blue Zormiga hot sauce earlier last year that we did last year. So I immediately knew like that this has got a lot of flavor going on. This has got a lot of terps. This has the Oaxacan genetics. There are a lot of like inspirations for another hot sauce. So I immediately thought of Sam, and we kind of started chatting about it probably back in the spring. I don't know. It's been a while since we kind of had the plan, and we've been talking about all the potential ideas and how we bring some of the flavors and the essence of the Sunny Tea and, distill it into a hot sauce, essentially.
Yeah, you've got me quite excited months ago, and I've been just aching to get at this, and I'm stoked that to see it continue, to see it finish, bottled, not labeled yet, but it's been a hell of a ride.
Now, let me ask this. How did y'all get linked up and start this? Because this is like we're saying, this is the second project you guys have done together. How did this relationship start?
Sam found me, was it from just like cultivation conversation or something?
Yeah, just a Discord on there. And even like bridging the gaps, like the pepper community and especially this, it's insane how much emphasis is on like quality grown, good soils, good organic practices. And I picked up so much that I could put in the garden, the vegetable garden, so to speak. But yeah, just here in Alebrije, it was his chef experience that really got me like, oh, okay, I trust this guy. I just hit him up and I'm just like, hey, give me your address. I'm going to send you some shit. Let me know what you think, kind of deal. With like no expectations. I do that in the community. I'm never just like, hey, I want a review. I want a shout out. Nope, don't care. I appreciate what you do for the community, whatever it may be at that given time. And it's kind of my cool way to just, tip my hat to you. Just, hey, cheers, bud. Let me know what you think, kind of deal.
Yeah, so he sent me the Smoky J, the Chimchar, and the Funky Garlic, and all three were absolutely delicious. But the Smoky J like really grabbed me, and actually my wife especially. She's not like a big spicy person, and that one's a little more on the milder side. But the flavor is just like we don't use it like a hot sauce. We use it like a salsa. That bottle is gone in like three sittings. We're just like douse everything in it.
It's tough. Every time I crack it open, I'm like, okay, just gingerly using it. Like, okay, I gotta put this back.
I do have half-gallon jugs available upon request for that exact same reason, just so it's known.
So yeah, I mean, and then I immediately knew how talented he was as a chef and hot sauce maker, and immediately wanted to collaborate in some way. And I think it was around the time I had just been like working on and testing the Blue Zormiga, and again had a lot of those big blueberry notes and flavors and citrus, and I was like, oh, this would be really cool as a hot sauce, or just like the profile would morph well into a hot sauce, I think. And Sam did his thing. We chatted about it. I put it all, I told him what flavors I wanted. There was like a tarragon essence going on. So he made a tarragon infused vinegar and things. And knocked that one out of the park. Everyone loved it, as we were talking about earlier. And so I knew we had to come back and do another one. And on this,
got it sitting right here.
There we go.
The bottle. This was one that I had to save and make sure it was off to the side. So
I actually have a bottle right here.
There you go. See,
you could do a grow along in the bottle without risking of it exploding with like aggressive roots, but that would be adorable.
Someone is doing it. Yeah. I forgot who it is actually at the moment.
And I don't think I've seen any updates on it.
I haven't either. I'm wondering how it's going
on that channel. So I'm excited to see how that goes. It's going to be very interesting.
Gonna have to get a drill that can like do glass, put some little holes in the bottom. But
I wonder if they did that, or if they just they were just brave souls and they're just gonna keep on top with their watering. But I guess you'd have some other issues as well. So but that'd be cool to see. So I'll let Sam speak more about the sauce itself that we did for the Sunny Tea. I was able to actually like contribute a little more in the collab this year. I actually sent Sam some peppers, and I did a pine infused vinegar to represent some of those pine qualities, which it was hard to get a lot of pine flavor going on. So I actually like had to like stuff a bunch of little fresh pine shoots in this jar with vinegar, and I strained it after a week and then put brand new shoots in, and I did 3 separate washes on the vinegar to like really pull out a lot of flavor. And I don't think you had to use that much because I think it was like a little intense. But it was cool to like be able to actually put some ingredients from my own garden and from my own hands into the sauce this year. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was badass. I mean, because you supplied not only that pine infused vinegar, which is an amazing idea, but then you also got me some of them ají limón, because with a lot of the specialty stuff I do, I can only produce as much as I can grow. And sometimes, depending on season, it's a bust. And we definitely wanted some of that. But to get to more of an honest reaction, everybody, this is the first time tasting this since production. So I made it last week. And usually when making like a hot sauce like this, a little insider tip, you taste it raw, it's different. You taste it while it's cooking hot, temperature wise, it's different. You bottle it and let it sit for a couple days, if not a week, it changes. So this is kind of like its sweet spot where you don't expect a lot of like big pivots and changes. So you're kind of like not building the best sauce today, because some flavors will change, like the salinity will weaken. So maybe like if you have more evaporation with just like water content, maybe the vinegar may be more heightened too. But let's get the old the special spoon out.
Oh, okay.
It's hilarious. It's something for my little baby girl. Mike, it's ridiculous. But for chilies alone, it's like, as Alebrije said, fruity to a degree. Fruity as in fruit, as in produce, as in peppers. Peppers are fruit. A lot of different peppers. We got some fire roasted Scotch bonnets, which roasting, fire crisping, essentially like charring, you're taking down a lot of heat. So yeah, Scotch bonnets is a Chinense, it's a habanero. you'd think it'd be super hot. It's not. I like roasting it, so you get more developed flavor. There's also a good amount of pasilla chilies, some anchos in there as well too, and then that pine infused vinegar. Pretty damn fun. That was a really, really cool addition with a little agave nectar just to soften things up a little bit too.
Is that the first time you've ever used some sort of infusion like that?
Oh, that's cool. No, pretty much everything I do is pretty goofy, pretty complicated, and kind of a pain in the ass in that sense. To make like a super hot, or to make like a hot sauce, fresh, easy, dump in fresh ingredients, cook it, bottle it, done. That's boring, especially with like that chef appeal. So I like to fire roast. Sometimes I like to ferment. I like to salt preserve some things. This is like a really nice savory note. So let's see. I was mentioning to Alebrije with that pine vinegar. Oh, that's really cool, guys. It's dark roasted with a lot of those like Oaxacan chilies. Super savory, like my mouth's just watering, which is fun. I was a little cautious thinking utilizing that pine infused vinegar. Like he mentioned, he did multiple infusions to try to get it big and bright, which I ended up using 2 ounces, not much for making like 70 bottles. And then I was like, it needs more. So then I used like 4 ounces. I'm like, cool, it's there. And then once cooking it and heating it up, I mean, yeah, I was like guzzling down spoonfuls of it to adjust seasoning, but it started blasting my tongue and my palate quite a bit because of that pine. Like the tannins come out once you're cooking, and it kind of dries out the tongue. You get that like piney tannin resinous coating on the tongue, which at the time wasn't that expected. I wasn't hoping for that much pushing it, but I'm very, very glad to see how things have mellowed. That's not an issue. It's there. There's a good amount of preserved lemon in there too, along with some fresh lemon juice. So you do get a lot of citrus, a good amount of pine just in the background, which is noticeable. And then there's like fresh chilies. I mean, there's quite a few chilies in there. The Scotch bonnets fire roasted, the anchos, predominantly those pasilla, ají limon, and ají mangoes too. That were actually contributed with Green Velvet Farms. Big shout out.
I was going to say, shout out Green Velvet. Thanks, buddy.
Came through. So, I mean, when I was mentioning to Alebrije, the chilies I use, you could just see him just get excited over there. He's just like, God, that's like heat on heat. It's just stacked with chilies with intent, not just, let's just throw a bunch of shit in a pot.
And I love that it parallels the complexity of the strain itself. So you got a lot of different chilies and different nuances going on. You got the pine. Some of them are classic Oaxacans, the pasillas and the anchos. So there's a story behind it, and it all relates to the strain. So I love
awesome.
I love seeing the live reaction too.
Yeah, no, this is fun. I wish that I was able to contribute or had more knowledge of some of this stuff, but it's fun to watch you guys nerd out about this and have it just,
it's good.
Just have you guys talk about it. So that's really awesome. And how you're meshing these two worlds together. I mean, it's something really special.
It's a cool way to bridge gaps of not necessarily what the communities are, but just a community in general that has a very similar focus, quality ingredients, quality, time with, family, the community, the friends, the friendship built around things. And a lot of people just kind of growing together in a sense, like literally, figuratively, which I think is just like a beautiful thing. I mean, there's a lot of, there's a bit of drama in all communities, but I feel like in this one alone, it's the most relaxed, the most honest, the most like rewarding to be involved in. Sometimes the pepper community and the hot sauce, for no reason, it's like button heads, and it's just contest. It's like, dude, we're already
who's got the biggest pepper.
Yeah, it's already a subset of weirdos out there, and it's just like, let's just build it rather than like isolate us, because in your community as well too, if you do push back too far, you're the prick, you're the asshole, and there's a target on you. And people learn that really quickly. They're just like, okay, stay away from that guy. And if anything, I just want to be supportive in those who support me, as in like the communities and the pepper community, yours as well. It's awesome. And just to bring another amazing hot sauce, it's a super good, dude. It's super savory, salivating. By no means is it like a fruity tooty hot sauce. It's dark roasted, like Oaxacan chilies, but there's that citrus backbone. That's good, dude.
Love
And
it,
it's
dude.
okay. And it is more spice than the Blue Zormiga. If people are familiar with that, it's more for the general public. It might be like a medium, and as in like medium hot sauces should have heat. Mild hot sauces should be mild. Medium should be like, if you're a hothead, you go, yeah, it's hot. If you're not, you're going to go, oh, that is hot. And I just want enough heat where people put it on food, they know what they're like, okay, cool. This is a hot sauce. It's not like a mild, lame, watery condiment by any means.
I'm imagining it's perfect on tacos is immediately what I'm thinking I'm going to use it for.
So
right now on a spoon, it's great. So yeah, who knows?
That's what I was going to ask, because one of the hot sauces that I enjoy all your hot sauces that I've tried, but one of the ones specifically is that Sunburn, because you recommended that going on pizza. So let me ask you this. Is there can you see this hot sauce going on something or complementing it in a way that you would say, like the Sunburn, this is what you got to put it on?
It's fun to say that because it's a bit of sweetness from a little agave there. It's not a sweet sauce. So I think within that realm, it's dark roasted, lots of citrus. The pine is there, but it's not like overly done where you might go, ooh, that's off in this. You could literally just use it like a spicy picante. Burgers, pizza, burritos, tacos, easy peasy. Grilled meats, obviously. Well, for some reason, it's weird to say, and it's not because, you do all your travels, Alebrije, but like Greek, like a pita, or even just like drizzle on some hummus or just some like roasted chickpeas. I mean, it could be really awesome as well too. But for the general public, I imagine they could use this as a standalone hot sauce, point and shoot, and they'll get where they want to be. I know with Sunburn, it's a mango green Thai chili hot sauce with toasted coriander and a blend of vinegars. Mango weirds people out because most of those fruity tooty hot sauces, it's one dimensional. It is mango, fruit, syrup, sugars in your face. I don't do that. So it's a savory, salty hot sauce with sweetness from mango. So I just tell people like, dude, put it on pizza. It's not going to be like, oh, mango on pizza. Ugh. It's savory. It's salty, a little sweetness naturally from the mango. It works so well. And with
really
this,
does.
I'm glad you did that. You can go heavier with that than the one drop. Yes. Be careful, nerd.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I honestly, since I got that, I have not had pizza here locally at my house without it. So it has been a staple on my pizza for sure. So if y'all, is that something that's available on your site that you're able to get quite regularly?
I really do want to keep that available all the time. I know early November, I'm going to be releasing Hot Hand Banana Ram again. That's something I made for my wife for a wedding years back. It's a banana forward sriracha. And that's something that I also want to always have available. But if I don't have the produce, I can't make it. I make as much as I can at this time of year. And when it's gone to the next year. With Sunburn, I did source quite a bit of chilies ahead of time for that from like the local Hmong community that grows a lot of produce. And so I think I'm stacked heavy. To be honest with you, it's one of those ones where if I sell out online, I'm going to have quite a few myself backstocked because I'm not going to run out of it. Yeah. But yeah, I would like that continually available for people as of most of my things.
Yeah. Hot sauce head stash.
Oh, dude, it's the captain's cupboard. And it's funny because there was months where we were out of the Hot Hand Banana Ram sauce and everyone's just like joking, like, yeah. I'm like, no, dude, like I am excited for it. And then immediately, oh, I could only fill a bottle halfway. Oops. That was me. And that was gone. I'm like avocado toast, or you literally use that like a sriracha too. It does not taste like bananas, but it's gorgeous for what it is with some black cardamom. Lovely sauce. But yeah, like by saying that, I'm thinking about this a lot. I don't want to be a weirdo and just keep taking spoonfuls of it. But Alebrije, you better take a couple for yourself too.
Oh, no, I definitely am. I already planned on it.
And with some of the things I do, especially with this and your drops with the pins, the stickers, the merch, this, if people don't know, this is like a one and done. And it's going to be it'll be amazing to get it in people's hands, but they're going to be extremely frustrated when it's gone because this will not be done again, which keeps things cool. I don't want people to collect them. I want them to be used, but do as you wish. But it's once she's gone, she's gone. That's a beautiful thing on its own.
It is.
It is.
It's really awesome. That is the one thing that I do really enjoy about Alebrije, and I do enjoy about getting your hot sauces as well, especially with these limited ones. Is you really savor it, you enjoy it, it gives you that time. Like, okay, this isn't just something that I can go to the store, grab, come back, and I just take it for granted. This is something whether you want to look at it, it's something special that you can enjoy for this time being. And once it's gone, I mean, you do have the bottle you can save, but you at least have that experience and something that's only a handful of people have had. So it's very special.
Well, I got even people from my own Instagram, social media, whatnot, where they saw us, hinting at it and, collaborating on posts for the drop. And I had dudes just like, dude, it's supposed to be released. I'm on your website. Where is it? I'm just like, oh man, it's already gone. Like, it's like where have you been? You got to get it through other means, which honestly don't feel bad about, because it's just, this is for this community, not in general. And I like doing, cool stuff with cool people. And it's, be quick or be dead, drive fast, take chances. You're not going to be driving slow and taking measured risks, making sure you get your own bottle of this.
Yeah. So on that note, there's 70 bottles. There's 72, 2 for me. So there's 70 that are going out. So packs 1 through 50 of the Sunny Tibuwawa will just be a package thing with the Sunny Tibuwawa hot sauce. And then there'll be 20 on their own, just a la carte available as well for anybody that isn't getting a pack and wants to try the sauce, or is getting a pack with the sauce but needs more than one bottle. Howling, we know that's you. Really excited about this one. It's an awesome way to just like approach another creative aspect of cannabis too. We're literally we were on the phone the other day, Sam and I, and we were already talking about collab number 3 for the holidays for next year. So
I like to hear.
We already kind of have a direction that we're going to go in, and I already kind of had the strain in mind.
He knows he's on thin ice because he dropped the great Corgafonte, and that was my artist that did all my merch, Stephen Yoyata. I was like, bro, for real? You're going to do me like this?
You got a pack, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't get the shirt. And I know the wife was wearing one when we were at the pop-up. I'm just like, God, that looks awesome.
Well, those were also custom made by Gannick's wife.
She's the shit.
We have 2 of 2. Yeah, that was it.
If you're listening, if you got an extra, I'm just like a large. Simple guy. I'll get you some hot sauce.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that y'all will be, you're planning to the next one. And that was actually a good little segue. I know we kind of touched on it earlier. Gannick's wife is doing the tie-dyes. That's going to be one of the other things that's available for this drop. Do you have any information that you can kind of share exactly as to how they were done or what you know about them?
They're done with kind of like some Alebrije inspired colors. It's sort of like a darkish magenta, a blue, and a green, representing cannabis. Okay. So it's kind of some Alebrije color spectrum, and then they're all different styles. Some of them, I'm not that familiar with like the tie-dye process. I've literally never done it myself, so I can't speak that much about like the specific ones, but there's some classic style designs that you've definitely seen out there before. But then there's some other like funky ones that I believe she does with ice. I think they're called like an ice water style tie-dye or something. But I don't know that much about the process. But I know the one that I chose for myself is one of the ice ones, because it just has this really funky like ring patterns and stuff. Awesome. They're pretty psychedelic. So it's definitely the kind of t-shirt you would want for like, concerts, or I don't know. I get pretty heady when I'm going to the gym and stuff. So I wear all her tie-dyes that she's made me.
Do you have the sunglasses on?
No.
It's on the treadmill.
I look like literally one of the biggest stoners at the gym. I usually am stoned at the gym. But yeah, I'm the kid in the tie-dye with the sloppy look and eyes that are blazed over. Yeah.
You just took too much pre-workout that day.
Yeah. So no, 100% cotton. It's like a big, bold black Alebrije stealth logo. And yeah, she just did all these different designs. I don't think there's any really, there's a couple like different sizes with the same style, but I think within each size, they're all pretty much different. So they're, very much one of kind. She's amazing too. We'll keep working with her for doing more tie-dyes in the future for sure. It's fun. It's fun finding amazing, cool artisans in the community that you can just,
there's a lot of them too.
Collaborate with. Yeah, there are. No shortage at all.
Behind the scenes, and all of a sudden, like, oh, hey, I do this, and then they start sharing all this stuff. So it's just really awesome. Again, how this plant brings us together. We've got a hot sauce maker, shirts, potters, and 3D printers, and just bringing everybody into the fold to create these things. So
tons of pottery people too. I've noticed. A huge shout out to Uncle Bob. He's one of my Minnesota Gromies. He's the first person I ever met in the community. Like, it's like, whoa, let's make this happen. And no, his work is fantastic too. But that's something that's intimidating from like pottery, like the stuff that you've done, Alebrije, your mother grateful. That stuff's awesome. I love it. I got me one of them bad boys too.
I'm dumping out my mighty pods right now in my Uncle Bob 2-piece ashtray.
Dude, he's the shit. Super cool. Like, and he's a legit master gardener. You guys need to have him on. Like, he's super humble about it, but give him a lot of shit. Be like, hey, bud, I heard you know a thing or two.
Yeah, he sent me some of his KNF inputs.
I got his corn kashi a while back, and I've got some of his OHN and some different ferment from him. Yeah, he's a very knowledgeable guy.
Yes, yes.
When he sent that out, he sent out little, I don't know if you guys have gotten them, the little army guys. I had a little minesweeper one, and it's still in my garden.
Did you get the little glass jar that said not piss? I remember that.
No, I don't think so. I got piss though.
I got a sweet little drawing of a deer smoking a joint in mine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. He's a very talented artist. I don't know if you've ever seen, like, one time I was on Cultivation Conversation. Shout out those guys multiple times.
Yeah.
And Uncle Bob did like a quick little drawing of all our faces. And somebody had, like, we were all wearing sunglasses, and somebody was like, "Why are all you douches wearing sunglasses?" or something. And like that was the moment he captured and like drew as the caption. It was so funny.
I think he did a little doodle with me as like a chef or something. I'm just like, I know it's a little doodle, but I mean, past musician artist as well. I'm just like, dude, this is awesome. This is really good.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Now, like usual, you do the freebie seeds with any merch, right? So if you get the shirt or if you get any of the ashtrays, you're going to get that pack.
Exactly. So I'm going to do it with the like main merch items, which is the shirt and the ashtrays. There are a handful of other like smaller merch items that are going to be available. Like the hot sauce is going to be available a la carte, and what else? I'm doing a Sunny Tibawawa coffee blend, which is primarily a Oaxacan, again, so that relates also to the strain. It's but it also has some a Bali Indonesia decaf. Is going to be it's like a 4-to-1 ratio. This blend of the Oaxacan to the Bali, and so those smaller items, they won't come with the Griswold family tree freebie, just the ashtray. But there are extra packs of the Griswold that are just going to be for sale a la carte as well. Cool. So, yeah,
I'm gonna go broke this drop, man. You keep doing it to me. You always drop. You get add more and more stuff, and it's hard to say no because they're always just so neat. They sell out fast. They ain't never coming back. So you gotta grab them when you can.
He's the king of FOMO, bro. I gotta keep taking lessons from this guy. I'm just like, I love it. I think it's so awesome to get people like myself. It was like Thanksgiving last year, family, and I'm like, I got a little timer on my phone. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll be right back.
Gotta sneak away. Alebrije's taking my money again.
Yeah, right. Sorry,
20 years from now, Alebrije's like, and then if you buy the T-shirt, you get a 1982 Honda Civic.
Yes.
No, in all these years though, we haven't grown very much. Honestly, we stay around 100 packs per drop, and that's it. This last year I did the least amount of drops I've done yet. We only did 3, including the Sun ET is going to be our 3rd and last drop of the year. So yeah, we've been keeping it small, keeping it craft. It's a lot of production goes in behind the scenes, so it's a lot of work, and it can only do so much. So yeah, we'll probably stay the small guy. I don't think we're going to grow that big in the future, but
we love you for it. I mean, being a one-man show like you are, it's a lot of work. There's a lot that goes behind it, and especially then coordinating with other folks like this, and it's a lot of work for one person to be doing. So we thank you for doing it though, because it always something good to look forward to, and I always get psyched up when it starts here, like, oh, we know a drop's coming, and yeah.
Well, I appreciate the sport because it allows me to keep doing it, and I love it. So thank you guys.
Absolutely. I know I think did we touch on everything that was going to be on that drop?
I think we did. Yeah, I think we did.
I know there was one thing that I definitely wanted to pick Sam's brain about. I wanted to pick some hot sauce talk. Now,
let's get spicy with the hot ones, because we already got the pot ones over here.
Got the pot ones. As someone,
hi, I'm Nerd Evans, and this is Pot Ones.
All right, like everybody can hear it here first. I get started here, okay? Because this will be a thing, I guarantee it.
That's fucking great. That is too funny. But as someone that I've never personally made any hot sauce or have gone down that path, break it down for us, our layman's, as to say I've got some peppers that I've got to go harvest out back. How are you setting me up? How are we doing this thing on a basic hot sauce level?
Break it down. So I'm glad people caught that degeneration. Actually, lovely. To do things easy, if people are just like, hey, I have a bunch of peppers, I want to make a hot sauce, I always say there's no shame in going online, Googling, ChatGPT, whatever, like, hey, I want to make a hot sauce. I have this. What should I do? Get a basic recipe that has been proven to work, whether it's like allrecipes.com. And don't worry too much about like the shelf life and the process of how it's cooking. Some people still think like can or yada yada, or do fresh. Keep it refrigerated. It's only good for a couple weeks. Nah, it's bullshit. But get something that you think like, hey, I like this. Maybe I like mangoes. Cool. You got a bunch of cayennes. Sweet. Figure it out. Do something that's time tested, so at least you have that confidence yourself before you start getting too involved with it. I know I've helped a couple people in the community like make a hot sauce. Like Green Velvet Farms, he did a couple awesome ones, and it was just fun. But I always say, don't get ahead of yourself. At a bare minimum, you can do great things with pepper, vinegar, salt. Like, take a note in the Tabasco book. If you just got a shit ton of habaneros, distilled white vinegar, cheap added salt, you know what you're going to get. It's going to be a Louisiana, very salty, very vinegar forward sauce that you will put on everything, and you'll enjoy it. But I always say, brass tacks, get a little starting confidence there, but weigh everything to the gram. Be very specific. Just throwing
We're
something
good at
out
that
there.
in this community.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got our little digi scales. I mean, if you have 1,000 grams of habaneros, cool. Maybe like 3 quarts of vinegar, sweet. 100 grams of salt. Maybe you throw in like 50 grams of garlic. Making shit up. If you have that documented. And I'll go shortly about like the cooking process and bottling. It's very easy to taste it afterwards and go, woo, way too much garlic. Maybe you had 50 grams. Let's knock that back to half. Or you have a point where you can double, take half away, eliminate completely, rather than just throwing 4 garlic cloves. Like, what the hell is 4 garlic cloves? Like, weigh that shit out. But the main thing is getting some confidence, doing it safely. So if you are going to do a very vinegar forward sauce, that's safe to me. Get a bunch of your produce, blend it. I do it backwards. Most people throw fresh produce, the vinegars, everything in a pot, rip it hot, have an immersion blender while you're cooking it the whole time. That's okay. I like a very specific viscosity. I like it very well incorporated. It's a pain in the ass. I burn through a lot of Vitamixes in that sense, but it's the best way to do it. But get your ingredients you want, blend them up. If it is just like peppers, vinegar, salt, throw your peppers in a blender, add enough vinegar till it's the consistency you're looking for. And then put on a stove, and then, throw a bit of salt in there, weigh these things out to a degree, but you're going to be cooking it up to temperature, regardless of the pH. I'm looking for low 3s. High is like 3.4. pH is still very low. That's
I don't even pH my water going into the plants. Now you're telling me I've got to pH my hot sauce?
Living soil. You don't have to do that, bro. Don't listen to these guys. But then, you would
hot sauce.
If you pH and if it's low enough, consider it bomb shelter proof, but cook it over 200 degrees. Like go like 205, possibly peak over 210 for at least like 5-10 minutes. That's going to kill any issues. And then bottle while it's hot. Get like a funnel, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but like a confectionery funnel with like a little like button, like a kind of like you utilize in a lot of professional restaurants for banquet plating for sauces. It works great in hot sauce too. But bottle your hot sauce. Make sure there's an air gap, so it's not filled all the way up. But if it's here, cap it immediately while it's piping hot. Revert it upside down. Let it sit for at least, an hour. I let it sit the day until I get to label the next day, which is fine to cool. It creates an air gap. So all that air that's in there is going to be essentially heat and sanitized. So in that sense, you do not need to sanitize your bottles if you're hot bottling in that sense. But there's a lot of issues with people being confident with contamination. So sanitize too as you would wish, but it is not necessary if you're hot bottling at a high enough temperature. And then let it chill for a couple days before you crack it open, taste. That'll be your final product. But don't get discouraged if you get to the finish line and it's a tolerable hot sauce. If anything, maybe it's a vinegar salt bomb. And if it's still like, hey, I can put this on eggs, I can put this on pizza. Sweet. You already have the production of it in your back pocket, so you can tweak things greatly. Maybe you want to start adding some fruit. Maybe you want to add some tamarind, some passion fruit, some cinnamon sticks, lollipops, whatever you want to do. But as long as the pH is low enough, essentially you can add anything, even like FDA regulations. You cannot add meat. But if you have like a chicken stock that's already a canned product, you can theoretically use that. You can add butter. You can add fats, whether it's like rendered pork fat, tallow, stuff like that. But if it's meat, that's a big no-no. That's FDA regulations. Don't do it. But in the sense, if the pH is low enough, bomb shelter proof. Within means do your own due diligence. Do not trust me. It's like Bitcoin, don't trust, verify. And then just swing for the fences. Reach out to me, please, if you have any questions, whether it's my socials, my website, anything. I like helping. I don't think I'm going to create an army of people taking away my business. If someone does start a hot sauce company from the knowledge I've given them, awesome. Stay close, go far. I'll die on that hill. And I love it. If I can preach one thing, it would be make something for you that's not available. Like if I'm just like, I want to make a mango habanero sauce. Why? Well, because I like it. Well, more often than not, there's probably a sauce available that you love. Then just buy that. Like you're not creating anything new. But if you're just like, well, I want to do it, but I want to add some peanuts or I want to, something crazy. It's like, all right, you're bringing something new to the market. And then in that sense, everyone stays in their own lane. Everybody's putting out the best products for themselves. So there's less overlap rather than people doing like white labeling, which I know your community is aware of. Like you can go to co-packers and be like, I want to look through your menu. Oh, garlic Fresno hot sauce. Cool. I'll order that. Throw this label on it. Done. There's dozens, hundreds of hot sauces out there coming out of the same factory, the same recipe, just a different label. That's a white labeled product. It's just nothing new. So in that sense, piss on you. But if you want to make something uniquely yours, that's the best thing out there for you for that give specific reason. That's amazing. I would love to assist in that in any way. But yeah, hit me up, guys. I'm an open book.
I love it. And now I think one of the things that I heard you say was that you notice that these things change from the time that you're cooking them to the time that you first bottle them to the time that they sit for a little bit. What is it? Can you kind of like quantify that for me as to what is it that you see that's changing in a way, and maybe say if someone is cooking it and they notice what they're seeing, what can we expect to kind of direction for change?
I know. Yeah, 100% bridge the communities. Oh, it's the cure. We just talked about that the other day. Prime example with the sunny sauce we're doing right now. Once applying heat to that pine vinegar that it's utilized, that's still not in great amounts or like large quantities. Adding heat brings the tannins out in the pine, and that kind of gives that like numbing, like, you're just sucking on like a grapefruit skin for a while, or just the pith of it. So in that sense, adding a lot of citrus or any heavy acids, once you're applying heat to it, it's way more punctual. It's way more aggressive. So if you're cooking, for example, like, a Louisiana hot sauce, lots of vinegar. I mean, if it's cooking hot and you're taking samples of it, not piping hot, but while it's cooked fresh, it's aggressive on the tongue, man. It's just going to be like, wow, what am I doing? Oh shit, I better thin this out with some water or some sugars to kind of balance things. So in that sense, it's safe to taste before you cook when you're doing little small batch recipes. So you know what's going to happen, but also the color of this got really dark roasted red, which I was hoping for, because originally with the roasted Scotch bonnets, it was kind of like muddied grilled orange with some flakes in it, kind of appearance. But with cooking everything, those like those Oaxacan dark rich chilies, they leached more of those colors and essentially the flavors too. Like if you're doing a hot sauce just fresh, not cooking with a bunch of dried chilies, it's not going to be what you'd expect at all once it's cooked through. Like utilizing most Mexican food, or just like ingredients like that, you're soaking your chilies, you're charring your chilies, you're reconstituting with some liquid, so you're not just like grabbing dried chilies, throwing it in there. It tastes barky. It's not that's not how an ingredient should be utilized in that sense. But then cooking, it's also going to make those salts, the vinegars, more punctual. But once after you bottle it, cap it, let it sit for a day, it's like the cure. It's funny to say, but it takes a while to everything to balance out. Prime example, you're making a pot of chili. Chili day of, it's okay. The next day, it's okay. After it like sits for 2-3 days, oh yeah, like everyone gets to know each other in the pot. It's a goofy way. It could be bro science to a degree, but I know I always don't taste something verbatim, say this is it, this is done, unless I at least let it sit for like a week or so once bottled, so I know this is where it's halting at. This is its true finished product.
Coffee is the same way. After you roast it, it's like a minimum 24-hour wait period, but 48, 72 hours gives a little more true to like what it's going to be, because it's off gassing CO2, and the profile is changing as well. And obviously like weed as well, there's just that cure process. But the chili is a nice soup too. Any soup, I feel like you get just gets better after a few days.
It's good quality
melding of flavors.
Like cigars, like pipe tobacco, obviously with you grateful, it's just like 100%. Cuban cigars are amazing. They are pretty much trash fresh. Cuban cigars, they're grown fresh tobacco, single year, rolled, sold as is. So if you're buying Cuban cigars from 2010, all the tobacco is from 2010. Any domestic cigar you would ever buy has like a wrapper that's aged 5 years, the binder aged 2 years, the filler aged 6 years. It's a blending in that sense. But I mean, that's what makes like Cuban so awesome. Once aged, they cellar, they cure to a degree, and it becomes its own thing. It's patience at the end of the day with any really good product, which I think that I don't have much patience. So it kind of helps teach you to chill the fuck down, let it rest, tuck it in the night for a couple days.
I'm glad you were the one that brought up the tobacco talk and everybody.
I was about to say.
Here goes bullshit tobacco.
Yeah, perfect segue to set him up. Yeah,
that was no, and that's one thing that we've talked about. We've had messages back and forth, and he was actually one that came to me when I first started getting into it, and he's got quite the background. He knows a handful of stuff in the tobacco world. So yeah, it was fun to kind of nerd out with him, and even before I got into the point where I was buying tobacco, he was giving me some knowledge in the background, kind of like talking about this and that. And I know you said you have some pretty awesome ones kind of cellared away.
Dude, I got some interesting stuff that if like the pipe tobacco community, if they're listening to this, they'll start barging at my door. I have aged tins from 2007, a lot of tins that are discontinued. That would just be considered gold. I have Christmas cheer from 2007, which then was like, a $40 tin. I saw them after aging like 10 years, upwards of like hundreds of dollars. And it's just hilarious to the degree where I just kind of got into it really quickly after being involved in cigars for years. I used to co-manage a cigar lounge in Vegas when I was there for culinary school years ago. And pipe I got into, but I got really good with the pipe tobaccos. But it's too bad now I'm looking back into it. So many of those brands are gone.
Yeah,
so many. It's like
terrible. Yeah, I don't know what it is. With everything shutting down, all these old blends and companies that are just going to the wayside. But I mean, luckily, I think there is some good companies that are kind of bringing it up, and there's younger folks that are getting into it. So hopefully keep it around. It's something that has really grabbed my attention and something that I've really enjoyed. And I think the tobacco world, the cannabis world, they really do meld together really, really seamlessly. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a tobacco that the smell and the flavors and the experience that it gives me, the whole roundabout is what I'm looking for. It's not like I'm just opening a pack of cigarettes or whatever it may be just to get my to get my nicotine fix. It's really quite a sensory overload. And I'm a gadget guy, right? I like to have my little pipes and this and that, and then you get into the lighters and all the cool guy gear. So it's definitely something that has piqued my interest, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. So
these quality products for quality people, like Sleepy Paranoid over there. I know you're a big pipe man. I see you. You got the beard.
Yeah, I just recently started smoking the pipe tobacco. Grateful got me a pipe when I was in Chicago. Is the Missouri Mescala? Am I saying that?
Close enough.
Wait, what are we talking about?
What is it called?
Missouri Meerschaum. So they're the corn cob pipes. That's the mystery. Confidence, man. That's the hard stuff.
But no, I bought some cherry cobbler and peach cobbler from, I think it's called Briarworks Farms in Columbia, Tennessee. And that cherry cobbler, man, it is some good stuff. Grateful had brought some of that to Muddy Roots, and that immediately was just like, yeah, that's the stuff.
It was bad. I felt bad at first. He was like, let me try it. And I was like, I don't want to get you hooked on it.
Is it going to get me addicted?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, Sam, to give you an idea, the Briarworks that he's talking about, the folks that do that blend is Cornell and Deal. That's the company that's behind that. So
they're old school as hell.
Yeah, they're awesome. That is one of the companies that has really kind of drawn me in, and something that I've been going to a lot of their blends. They're in the grand scheme of things in the tobacco world, they are definitely new school for sure. But I think they're doing some great stuff. They've got a great blender over there. And of course the Briarworks is, it's their blend, their design as to what they want, but it's Cornell and Deal that's doing the packaging. So yeah. Now, when you said you were did you enjoy more so the cigars, the tobacco pipes, or what was kind of your wheelhouse that you really enjoyed?
100% cigars. Cigars were huge to me. Right when I was aged like 18, I'm just like, cigars are awesome. You just went into it just thinking it's like, I love this fine quality. I was like a young kid. This is back in the day where you could roll into an Applebee's and go into the smoking section on your lunch break from school and fire up a huge cigar and piss off everybody. But I mean, that's what me and my buddies are doing. But yeah, cigars. got really, really into. I mean, we were doing tons of bonfires, get-togethers, little riff-raff things back in the day. And for the most part, it's like there wasn't much alcohol consumption. It wasn't much really like being like that little rowdy little kid. I was just like maybe a cocktail, maybe a little bourbon, but I just like smoking cigars. It was just really fun and enjoyable. Pipe came much after because it is a totally different experience. Yes, it's tobacco, but night and day. You will never find, in my opinion, a pipe tobacco that is dead on the same appeal as a cigar, and vice versa. It will not happen. Unless I know I listened to your last episodes, if you're more into the aromatic tobaccos, which I never got too deep into, they have like Drew Estates, like the acid lines. Those do give similarities to like, aromatics, like kind of perfumey, more light, like pipe blends, where I know for people that cannot stand cigar smoke, if it's like a aromatic like pipe tobacco, it's pretty enjoyable for like a room note. It's not going to be really off-putting, but yeah, cigars 100%. I was a big old cigar snob for a while. I just like rain on everyone's parade, like that's shit. You don't know anything. But now everything that I knew is garbage. Like none of the brands that I was a big fan of then are anything anymore. I had no idea. But it's a crazy new world we're living in. But this was like in 07, 09 where it peaked. It's been about 20 years.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
I always made sure I had a couple acid in the humidor when I was doing cigars. I like those on occasion.
The old Cuba,
the little ones.
I've
the blondies.
Never tried those.
Yeah, they're good. They have like kind of like an incense kind of vibe to them.
If you're not a cigar dude in general, if you like the aromatic pipes, you would dig it, and it'd be probably more convenient than a pipe if you're like on the go or like traveling in a car.
Now, our buddy Strong Island, he is definitely the aromatics. I personally have not found one that I like. I'm not really big into them. My go-to is definitely English blends and Virginia, Perique Vapors, Burley Forward stuff. That's really what kind of tickles my fancy. I found that I would consider myself a Perique whore. That has been something that I just absolutely love, which I hate because it's not something that I can grow myself.
Alebrije is close enough down there where he can start like hoarding plantations. Like, give me all your Periques.
No, it was something I thought was really interesting in the last episode. I wasn't familiar with Perique, and thanks for teaching me something. I heard you, by the way. For some reason, I could hear you guys, and I was fading out.
You were just
talking so much shit. It was great.
Picture there.
No, I'm not a huge tobacco guy, but used to enjoy a blunt or two in college. I remember them being like dipped in hydrocodone syrup and then using a hair dryer on them and getting like supremely fucked up. But then I lived in Europe on multiple occasions, and like over there, it's really hard to find just like straight weed. Everyone mixes tobacco in spliffs. And so I consumed a fair amount of it with cannabis. And same, I've traveled to Morocco and it's the same. Everybody mixes hash and tobacco there. And so I have enjoyed it when it's been here or there, but no, I've never really been like a big tobacco smoker, honestly.
Not yet. Look out.
I think we have like bad connotations with just like the commercial cigarette industry and what that is. And now into the liquid vapes and things, that's almost even worse. But I do know that there's, it's a sacred plant, especially to the Native Americans. And I think there are medicinal qualities that are overlooked because these commercial companies have just given it a bad rap and put a bunch of crap in their products.
Nicotine is a great drug. That there's just like no way to use it without harming yourself.
Right.
English snuff, powdered snuff. That I remember an old doctor friend in Vegas. He used to say, like, people's, crucify me for this, but there's no, you're not combusting anything. So like dried nasal English snuff is like no carcinogens. I mean, so essentially that could be a very safe alternative, but that's another rabbit hole. You look like a crazy lunatic out in public doing a little bump of like tobacco, and your sneezes look like Rorschach tests. But that's something else I got big into. It was awesome, but it was like very yeah, it's another conversation.
yeah. It's funny, you know. I've started going to. I've joined a pipe club, and we go and hang out in a lounge and smoke. And one of the guys does that. He goes over there. We have some cabinets over there, and he goes over there. And the first time I saw him do it, I just saw him and I did a quick little snuff, and I was like, "What's this guy doing?" He's like, "Oh," he turns around and he made sure that I knew. He's like, "Yeah, this is just some snuff." And oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because you do. It looks a little crazy. You see somebody snorting some shit, and you're like,
you get the best sneeze of your life though afterwards. Oh, that's a good sneeze.
It's been a long. I have tried it, but it's been a very, very long time. But from my understanding, I mean, it'll clean out those sinuses. You'll start breathing better, and yeah, it's quite interesting.
What was it back in the day, like corners and stuff? I think that's how it originated. It was like England. Wait. It was like a very earliest form of tobacco usage. Like when you go in, like scenes, homes, like, there's been a dead body for days or whatever. It reeks. It's stinky. That's where they'd utilize a lot of that, like snuff with the heavy aromatics. You're not smelling anything else. It is punction. Make sure you enjoy what you're snuffing before you get too deep in it. But yeah, it was like one of the earliest forms of tobacco use ever, which is kind of a cool thing. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like cannabis too. You look farther back, it was all edibles. It didn't become smoke for, deep into its human use.
The 60s.
Yeah. Nah, before that. But I mean, like, in the Middle East and all its origins, it was for thousands of years, it was simply just eaten.
It's interesting how both of the plants have evolved with us, and we've evolved with it. So, again, I think that transfer between cannabis and tobacco, it's something that's been with us for so long. And again, like to that point that you made, that it's been demonized by the more modern society. The one thing that I do enjoy about this, especially again, it's with craftsmen that are doing these pipe tobacco, the cigars, is it's not just this tobacco product that they're just pumping out. This is something that they care about. They pick it for certain reasons, and they're good quality, things that they're putting into these. So it's a craftsman thing, just like what you're doing, Alebrije, what you're doing, Sam. It's something that they love and something that their heart's into it.
Yeah, love that.
Quality.
Yep.
I was talking to my friend the other day about this because I had a friend come over and he's like, "You have all these weird little like DIY drug hobbies." And I was like, he's like, "You're basically like an apothecary at this point."
Yeah, I feel like a shaman medicine man for like some of my family and friends. I'm over here making all sorts of CBD oils and RSOs and things. And yeah, but it's good. It's good to help out others with the plant and the medicine, because it's far better than who knows what they're getting else out there in the gas station Delta 8 crap,
Like they and to think that they just can't legalize it, and they'd rather just everybody just smoking just the nasty crap and all that.
It's weird. It reminds me like back in the day, like when I was like a little kid, like the name, I can't remember the names of it, but it looked just like little packets of stuff that was pretty broad, but you're like, oh, you're supposed to go home and smoke it. It's like, is that healthy? Is that good? And then a couple of years go by and they go, oh yeah, that was terrible. Don't do that ever again. It's like, but they were okay with that. Like Minnesota.
We're like, I've gotten now is because of that.
Well, it's like, it's legal, everything, but I don't even think our state really knew how to go about it. It was like everybody could grow a couple plants. Cool. No questions asked. But I think we're just starting dispensaries and stuff. But every gas station, liquor store, they got the seltzers, they got everything else. It's all like Delta 9 derivative. It's like, why can't we just go to the source? It saves a lot of money, a lot of effort, and you also get tax dollars. But it's the propaganda. It's taken a long time to kind of phase out, which who knows if it ever will be completely removed. It's a terrible thing.
I just saw that Minnesota now, the Targets are carrying like hemp based, but THC waters or whatever.
They're testing it out. I know with like Total Wine, which is everywhere is here. I mean, any liquor store. I mean, you can get just a huge array of products months ago, but it's just, for the most part, it's all Delta 9 derivative rather than just like why. I mean, it's just like a very poorly concentrated loophole they discovered that's very wasteful to a degree rather than just using like the raw plant itself. But it's crazy days we're living in, man. I would not have saw this 10 years ago. I sure as hell wouldn't have saw it even 5 years ago. It's weird.
I don't know how long that market will last. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's similar to just like vodka or just stripped down alcohol, but essentially, they're just stripping down THC and, micronizing it into a water soluble powder and that they'll put in anything. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the people who truly love cannabis will always want to, use it in more traditional methods and
it's the more educated we get, right? The more educated the common user, the common person gets to what this is, and we get past that reefer madness, right? And kind of make it more acceptable. More educated and understand the difference.
And I don't want to be judgmental of someone who might enjoy like a Delta 9 hemp derived drink or whatever. It's not, that's great and all. But yeah, I just feel like the classic user of cannabis has always used in a certain way. And I think that'll always be the classic person who loves and, utilizes the plant. I think more, like probably older people and those who weren't as exposed to the culture will adopt the drinks and edibles and things more easily. But I don't know. Will they continue to use them for long periods of time? I don't know.
Then it will truly become a gateway drug. You see what you did? Oh, shit. They were right the whole time.
They knew it.
So, as someone who makes websites for cannabis companies, I do have a few clients that make the beverages or they make like low dose edibles. And I mean, from my experience, like Sammy touched on it before, it's really like the government and the stigma. Because like a big reason why you have to use those hemp derived like isolates is because that's the only legal way you'll be able to ship them and be compliant, kind of thing. So I know like some of my clients are actually looking into trying to move over to actual cannabis, but they would prefer to not use the isolates if it were legal too.
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, there's definitely ways to like, make an emulsified live rosin beverage, which could be strain specific and be way more cool. Like more like a craft.
I want to do that.
Yeah, like a craft beer utilizing interesting hops versus like Coca-Cola or whatever, just plain factory made thing. Yeah, I think there's a better craft way to do it that would attract the more classic traditional cannabis user. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
I want to make rosin. That's what I want to do. I make rosin soda now.
Well, this could be a little off the cuff too. From my general knowledge, if it's a true isolate, you're going to have no real attributes when it comes to like more like narrow leaf, broadleaf, or just effects. It's just going to be its own thing. Would that be the case if you are using like, actual like rosin from a strain? You might actually get more benefits if you're utilizing it in like a product opposed to just an isolate, which you're just going to get the same effects. Up, then goes down. You're going to get hungry eventually.
To my knowledge, no. Like through edibles, you're not going to get those same swings in the more stimulating or sedative way through the terpenes, at least. That's where it's happening when we're inhaling, either in smoke or vapor. But that's the same as like aromatherapy. Essentially, when you smell an orange, it might be very uplifting, or you smell lavender, it might be much more sedative. But yeah, when you consume an orange, it's not necessarily that same. I mean, you might get some of it through your nose. Excuse me. What's the nasal mouth passage?
Yeah.
Snuff.
Yeah. You might get some uplifting qualities, but not essentially in your stomach. It's those terpenes are going to be destroyed by your
Like everybody remembers when they said,
digestive acids. Yeah.
if you drink a bunch of mango juice or ate mangoes, you're supposed to get way more ripped.
Yeah, that was the classic stoner myth for so long, and I think it's been
eat like
debunked.
5 or 7 mangoes and you're set for life.
I actually don't think I ever heard of that. Like,
that was
like
a classic one.
terpenes. Yeah.
Really?
Because you'd get more myrcene from eating mangoes, and then you'd get higher, and then you eat black pepper if you want to like have stop the effects or whatever, because the beta-caryophyllene kind of works like CBD and hits your CB2 receptors and whatnot and counteracts THC. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, lots of stoner myths out there. I think you need very, very high quantities to like have any sort of effect orally. So yeah.
That's wild. Now, one of the last things I wanted to touch on with you, Sam, was King Gizzard, dude. What the fuck?
King Gizzy and the Lizzy Wizzy.
Why have they taken down all of their songs off Spotify? It's made me very upset.
It hurts. It's one of those things where you're upset because you're kind of frustrated because you're like, dude, it was always my year after year. You get the highlight. What have you been listening to the most? A lot of Magenta Mountain, a lot of Dripping Tap, drip. To drip. It is so good. But you can respect them for it. I guess I don't know the specifics, but as Nerd said, a lot of bands took their music off too. I guess Spotify, the word is they're investing heavily in AI music. Or maybe it's some other AI not super wholesome.
I heard it was because they were running ads for ICE.
Is that? Oh, okay. So then, regardless of like political or their own means with that, it's like you kind of respect the band because,
yeah, absolutely.
How many people would be like, you know what, Spotify, you're not making much money, but for them to be like, you know what, I'm going to do this because it's important to me, whatever it is. Super respectful for. Yeah. It's frustrating. It sucks. 9 times out of 10, what am I going to listen to? I don't know anymore. I don't. You really hit a tough subject there.
I know. For anybody who doesn't know, we have a little group chat between me, him, and Focus. And anytime we see anything that's
rattlesnake, rattlesnake,
we are sending memes back and forth, and it's awesome.
It's cute. You can say it. It's adorable.
It is cute. It is cute
because someone else picks up on it, and I'm just like, dude, I love this so much.
Yeah, they have been a band that has definitely grown on me, and I absolutely love them. I am at least thankful that for anybody that doesn't know, they do have some of their stuff over on Nugs. So if you would like to hear full concerts, you can listen to them that way. So, but yeah, it was a real bummer because they just came out with that new album, and it was literally like days after that album was released, they pulled everything down. It was gone. So.
It's cool. Like seeing them live, traveling, and seeing the live concerts, you can see how people support the band, travel with the band, like the Dead Days. Every playlist, every stop in a tour, it's going to be a different playlist. So people go hit them up. But it's cool because you're never going to see the same playlist. They do all the live concerts. And supposedly, if you see the Minneapolis live concert this last year, like 3 rows back, front row, you'll see some dudes with white glasses, green bandana, throwing up the Wu-Tang symbol the whole time. Crazy. But anyways, moving on.
That's awesome.
Hell of a good time. Yeah, like people dig into it. If you listen to an album from King Gizzard, you're like, I don't like that. Cool. Listen to another one.
Yeah. I was really I feel like I'd still like them, but it was I started off the bar high with seeing an orchestra play with them. So it was like, okay, and then seeing them without them may be a little bit different, but I'm gonna catch them anytime they're around.
If you like the more electronic stuff, they will hit you in a sweet spot with Silvercord album where it's all heavy synth and they all like got their boards or their beep, beep, and it's not like a stupid DJ up there just like waiting for the drop and going. No, it's like they're doing shit. They're extremely musical, talented people, and every album they're doing something different, and it just seems like they're having fun creating music. And I don't know how many artists, bands could say that year after year. that they love what they're doing and they're not getting bored. And I think they're just making music for themselves. They're making, as we are, we're making the best products for ourselves. And if other people like it, cool. Simple as that.
Yeah, no, they are awesome. So thank you for that little nerd out on the on them.
I had a cumin on recently, and something that he had mentioned was your salt that you make.
Ooh,
yes.
He's the Lego master. He's a super kind dude. I left the pop up with a little goodie bag of his. Supposedly, it was not bad. It did not suck. Yeah, I do a cherrywood smoked flaked sea salt. That's amazing. It took a couple of years to kind of like figure out exactly what I was doing, especially involving the packaging. Packaging's costly. It's expensive. I wanted like a sliding old school Altoid stash tin style, which you could use however you would want afterwards. But I use these natural sea salt flakes. Think like a Maldan sea salt. I'm smoking the sea salt for 10 hours with cherry wood, and then I'm coating with jalapeno powder lightly. That's it. You're getting these light nuances of like a smoked flaked finishing salt for proteins, roasted root veggies, potatoes, fried eggs, avocados. You can totally throw a whole tin in a pot of soup and it'll be fantastic. I don't advise that because it's kind of costly, but some people may. But I say like, no, it's a finishing accent. If you go to really quality like barbecue places, brisket, pulled pork, it doesn't matter the meat. You always have a flaked salt on it. It is a chef thing with Alebrije. I'm sure he's familiar with. Like I was always taught classically, if you have a meat protein that has exposed flesh, as in like, let's just imagine like a little tenderloin steak, or sliced into 3 pieces, plated. Anything that's exposed, you should season with like a flaked salt. So you're getting not only like the textures, but just a heavy or coarser salt that's flaked, which it could dissolve. It would be that texture to it, but it's not just like a little iodized salt where you're just going to burn the shit out of your tongue. So it's an awesome way to finish food in general. Awesome with like popcorn, fried food right out of the fryer, hit it with a little bit. But honestly, eggs in the morning, avocado toast, just grilled steaks, protein, once it's rested, already seasoned with regular kosher salt, slice, plate, little on there. You'll feel like a little super chef, like a little, and it's not spicy. It's just
so
you get the
good.
spiced and you get that smoke through it. And it's just so light and nuanced, or maybe a lot of it's just in my own head, but I just get so much enjoyment out of it, especially hearing other people's use case for it. I'm like, hell yeah, like you get it. And some people, they'll sample it at markets. First thing they'll say is, well, that's pretty salty. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's like, I don't know what you're expecting.
You put salt in your mouth, dude.
And they'll go like,
Yeah.
But some people will go, oh, I get this. And they're immediately light bulb, amazing, love it. And I just put it back online because I've been having issues with my tamper evident seal. Sometimes people would get a package and it would be no problem. You might get a little coughing fit with a little exposed, jalapeno dust. So it kind of makes it more of an experience, but not great. So I'm trying to figure out a better means to do that because I don't want to not have it available for people.
Yeah, I something that you mentioned about the salt with the steak. I went to a restaurant in Franklin recently, a real fancy restaurant, and that was the first time I've ever experienced them bringing a plate out, having the steak, the side, and then a little, like probably like a $50 size of salt on the plate. And I'm like, what is this? And they said, dip your steak in that, just put or sprinkle it or whatever you want to do. And so I did that, and I was like, oh my god, it makes the steak so much better.
That's great. And then what's great with those like natural large sea salt flakes, you can have big gorgeous little like snowflake clusters, and this looks amazing. It's gorgeous in that sense, just naturally formed. Or you can use it, pinch it, and grind it as fine as you would like to just season things as easy, as particular, or as loosely as you would want. I mean, like, fresh margarita pizza right out of the pizza oven, hit a little bit of that on there. Or if you were trying to be more specific, get one of those crystals, you can just powderize it in your own finger rather than just, utilizing iodized salt, which it's going to burn the shit out of your tongue. Kosher salt, nothing wrong with it, but it's just not going to do anything in a finishing, enjoyable sense. Yeah, you can finish seasoning food afterwards with kosher salt. It's not its intent. You're like cooking with those ingredients. finishing salts, any other salts, totally different use.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing all that. Yeah,
Well, anytime, dude. I'm here to get salty with you.
Hell yeah.
Love it. And actually, speaking of paranoid, that little picture you got there, there's some good looking gentlemen down in that picture that we got there. So I don't think we've ever brought it up on a recording.
No.
Right there, you'll see this lovely looking gentleman front row, looking like a Greek god. Actually,
That's right.
That's Mr. Paranoid. This was a shot
from 1950s. It looks like.
I guess we traveled back in time.
Yep. But this was we're actually at the waterfalls over at Muddy Roots, and a professional photographer just kind of walking around and snapped a picture, and then he ended up walking up to us and saying, "You guys look like Greek gods."
Yeah.
And
just rubbing your bellies with olive oil.
Yeah, I was like, thank God I was tucked away in the back and you didn't see that. But no, it was just a really awesome picture. Shout out to our friend Ashley. She actually, I've got mine right behind me here. Just an awesome picture. K-pop's in there and the Muddy Roots crew. And it's just an awesome little memory that we now get to share. We have both the same pictures. So
yeah, Nerd and Alebrije, I guess we didn't get the invite for that.
You guys are always welcome. I've been shouting to the
I know.
roof. We got to get as many people as we can to Muddy Roots, and I will scream that over and over again. I will be there every year, as long as I think Alebrije knows well enough not to schedule a pop-up on the weekend of that.
I told you I might come and set up a table there this year. Who knows? We'll see.
Y'all hear that? We need to get more of the crew down there and get everybody to hang out. I can tell you that they, it's their only rule is don't be a dick. So you go out there, you have fun. Cannabis, while it's not necessarily a legal state, we're out there just having a good time. And I think as long as you're an adult about everything, everything's welcome. So
love it.
Let's get more of the cannabis crew out there and enjoy music, get to hang out with each other. So just another excuse for us to all get together in our community. So
100%.
We've got to get more people out there. So,
I mean, you've talked about it enough, but like when he got involved, it's like, okay, I can trust him. He has a good opinion on it.
What are you saying?
I've never been to like an outside fest and just hearing like how passionate you were about it, grateful. I'm just like, dude, I get it. Like this has to be. It's probably not like the gathering of the Juggalos. It can't be that cool, but it sounded awesome. It just sounded like good people, awesome music. Simple as, I mean, I love that shit. It's just like, it sounds like a good experience to go back year after year.
It really is. And, we got a chance to interview people out there. And if you haven't had a chance to go listen to that, check it out. And those were literally, we just walked up to people and just said, hey, we just started asking questions. And the funny thing is every single person said it's the experience, the community that they find there. And I think that's what a lot of us are looking for when we're in this cannabis community. We're having people that we can share this experience with. And that's exactly what you're getting at Muddy Roots. You don't know these people. They may be dressed weird. You may be dressed weird. They're normal. It doesn't matter. You're just there to have fun and enjoy each other, enjoy the music, enjoy the time.
So, everyone's wearing sunglasses. I'd be right at home. I feel weird right now, not.
So, but yes. Muddy Roots next year. We're gonna get Sam. They have a vendors row. We're gonna get Sam up there. We're gonna get Alebrije up there.
We should do a combined table, dude.
Where is this at again?
Cookville,
Cookville, Tennessee. Yeah.
So probably probably at least 12 hours away from me, maybe 14. I was in Nashville, Tennessee for the Hot Sauce Expo a few years ago, which was awesome. Just a long drive, and especially with the new addition to the family, we'll see what I can get away with. But I can't say it's wagered out. I would love to make it a 10 just to hit it up, dip my toes.
The other thing too, there is you can bring kids, dude. They have babies. They had young kids. I think
not like to buy or anything.
Not to buy. No.
Gosh.
But I thought they were at the vendors too.
Yeah. They were the better.
Jesus.
I bought this DMT hoodie off of this infant.
Fucking ripped me off. This is bullshit. Couldn't even do math. Didn't give me correct change.
But yeah. Anyways, we got anything else, boys, that we want to wrap it up here with? So I'm gonna let Alebrije kind of plug everything before we're getting out of here. Do any last minute, the time, all that good stuff when the drop is.
Yeah. So yeah, the drop's coming up on November 5th. I think it's a Wednesday at 4:20 in the afternoon Eastern time. And there'll be a link on the homepage of my website, a link in the Discord. I'll send an email out to the email list, and everything that we talked about will be available.
Fuck yeah. I'm excited for it. Sam, I appreciate you joining us. And where can we find you?
You guys are way too kind and way too accepting of everything I bring to this. I appreciate the hell out of that. All I do is I spice things up. I give people shit about not having peppers on whatever the hell they're growing. But I love it. It's fun as shit. samsauce.com. Exactly how it would be spelled. Otherwise, hit me up on Instagram. Everything's available on Samsa House. But yeah, small batch premium hot sauce. Be like doing cool things with cool people and bridging the gap with the communities. That's what this whole thing is right now with Alebrije. I'm stoked that I appreciate you taking me around for another ride. And you haven't even tasted this, so you don't even know if it's any good. So maybe
we're just working it all up.
Yeah, wait before you want to do it a third time. I mean, don't trust me. You got to verify it.
I can't wait to taste it.
That's awesome. Well, I do want to shout somebody out here before I forget. Our buddy Endo over at the Slow Lane. I got this.
Pop that top.
Ooh, nice.
Brand new shirt. His first giveaway, and somehow I won. I was like, holy shit. So he ended up sending me that. I've got a couple coasters.
Oh, nice.
Slow Lane on there.
That's cool.
So
nice.
So big shout out to him. And these I'm really excited. I was tempted to try some before we ended up going here, but I didn't know if it was how it was going to treat me. But I've got some Sunny Tea edibles here, and these look pretty
badass.
Good. They are
nice.
1-to-1-to-1-to-1. So we got THC, CBG, CBD, and CBDA.
Nice.
With a total milligram of 84. So it's 20.
Eat them all.
Yeah, so they look pretty darn tasty.
Hell yeah. Well, I was also, while you're shouting out Endo, I'll also shout him out. He was one of the Sunny Tea testers and brought some to the pop-up in Chicago, and it was fire.
And speaking of that, he always does things perfect. He always just goes, he does just enough. And he brought these in these little containers, and let's see if I can do this. It had my name on it. It has my name on it. Look at that.
Right, the harvest date, all the facts on there.
Shit, that's out of the store.
It was very detailed.
He does it. It's perfect.
His content on his YouTube. Once again, I'll just piggyback shout outs. Gorgeous content. I love everything he puts into it. And he probably has the best flowing hair in the entire community. Dude, he took it down out of nowhere. It caught me off guard.
I was like, music started playing in the background.
Appreciate that. That's a lot
of wind
work.
Picked up for no reason.
You had like a fan just.
Yeah. So
I noticed you guys didn't say anything about my shirt.
I love the black shirt. It's great.
It's straight black. Love it.
It's so black, and then you have that black font and the imagery on it. It's black metal.
Jesus. Way to just bring us out. Just like it was going good, and then that was right there. Listen, boys, I appreciate you. Had a lot of fun tonight.
Me too.
Next time. What do you got? Paranoid? You got anything you want to shout out?
No.
Okay. It was just me too.
No, yeah, I was just agreeing with you, dog.
Okay.
I had a great time.
I did not want to forget you, buddy. I was gonna feel like a real asshole if we cut it and you're just like, hey, we would have pressed stop, and then it would be like, hey, I had something to say.
I do have something to say.
I know you do. So say it.
The can of bonsai grow along.
Yes.
Yeah. How's everybody doing with that?
It's going awesome. Everybody's like still in the early stages, I'd say. Mine just hit flowering earlier this week. I don't even know what day I'm on. All mine is just stored in the Discord. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, there you go. Grateful,
Hey, look at there.
Grateful by far has the most going on.
He does.
Sure.
It's been
Fill
a
us in on yours, dude.
Yeah. So like I was saying, let's see if I can. I don't know if I can kind of show you what we got going on without pissing Nerd off with my crazy video.
All this.
Yeah, so
It's intense.
we got a lot going on. I finally culled down to what we have going on. So I'm gonna be making some seeds. I really I have you to thank for that, Alebrije. You kind of sparked that interest in me to start making some seeds, and I've pretty much only ever done work with your gear now. So inside this tent, we've got the Nancy Raygun F2s that I made, and the 91 grapefruit F2s. So we've got. I don't think I've counted how many exactly we have in there, but we've got a bunch of females and then 2 males of each, and we're gonna make some seeds.
Big old gangbang, family style.
No, I love it, dude. I'm honored, man. I love seeing the inbred. I guess inbred Alebrijes going on.
Yeah. Well, I've had so much joy growing your stuff. I always come back to it, so it only felt fitting. The Nancy Raygun was kind of what started us really talking behind the scenes. Was me coming to you and saying, "Hey, I want to try my hand at it," and
it was
that's really where we started talking.
And then me saying, "Hey, no, do this 91 grapefruit instead. How about that?"
And I've been so thankful for it because that has been a plant that I have enjoyed so much, and I appreciate the opportunity to do that. So,
well, I'm excited to dive into it more soon for sure.
Get you going on it. And speaking of paranoid, since you brought this up, since you brought this tangent. After we were already closing everything down, we've already said goodbye.
No, we were like goodbye like 20 minutes ago.
We already said goodbye, and you brought this up. I'm kind of disappointed, and I feel like now that this should be something that you need to do. Is I believe someone got you a special.
Thank you.
Planter.
I was just about to bring that up.
I was going to talk about it once y'all were done talking.
See, okay, all right. So we need pictures of it, and I think that it should be at least brought to the attention over on the Alebrije Discord.
I know.
And
I'm slacking. So
I don't think we can show it on YouTube.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about it, but I've been calling the dick pot. Is that allowed?
It is. Yeah.
Is it? Am I allowed to say the dick pot?
You can say whatever you want, buddy. Okay.
Well, the dick pot is going strong. I have Jordan Stretch in there.
Of course.
Dead.
You haven't shared one picture of it, though.
I have not. No, because I mean, if I'm going to share a picture of it, it's going to have to be ass first because I can't put.
Why?
You know,
no children are going to see it.
It's fair game. It's an 18 plus in my Discord, dude.
Guys, this is hard for me.
You will forever be known as that type of person. You'll be like,
is it shy? Is it shy? Is that why you don't want to?
I mean, no, I mean,
not trimmed up at all. I get it.
I mean, I guess I could show it, but you know,
I got it for him as a thank you for taking me to Chicago with him.
He's like, wow, appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah. But I do have in the Grateful Nerd pot that I got from the Grateful Nerd drop a while back, I have a Cam Labrada in there, and Tangy CBG is in a Jurassic Park mug.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. And I don't remember what the other one is, but it's in a unicorn pot. Or unicorn mug. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. But the dick pot. Yeah.
So they all sound lovely, but all we want to see is the dick pot. So
I know, but the dick pot's not looking as good as the other one. That's kind of what's upsetting me is Jordan Stretch. Yeah. Shrinkage. Yeah. I think that might be the problem. I might be a little too cold in that section, but everything else looks a little bit bigger. I wish this one was a little bit bigger.
Those tangy rainbows, all that F4 generation, even the different phenos, they can veg a little slow sometimes. So don't count her out yet.
Okay.
Alebrije told me it was a good size.
So this is my homework to you. I'll let you have enough time to feel comfortable enough share it. But my recommendation to you, sir, would be as soon as we get off here, go ahead and go share it over there. So at least us that know about this now, we'll all get a little chuckle out of it, and everybody else will be caught off guard. So I think it's much better to rip the Band-Aid off that way.
Just hold it appropriately, but have like a mask over your face so people don't know who you are.
All right.
Just post it and don't say anything else. You have no context. Just post it. Yeah.
I was going to do that. Thick pot. And then post it in there.
Well, this has been a wonderful time. I'm glad we ended it with this. I'm not saying goodbye again. Peace.
Cheers, dudes.